are back on camera.
Oh. All right, we're pouring out another round of drinks.
Oh, do I need to pull up the?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
The spinner.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Let me get it ready.
Put Gordon on everyone.
I put Gordon on one. Is he even here? I haven't seen him.
I don't
today.
think he is here anymore.
I saw him like twice, and then I never saw him again.
He flew in from Spain like this morning or something. Like,
Why the hell was he even here?
I don't know. He's crazy. All he does is work. But
All right,
at some point, the body gives out, I suppose.
Obviously,
And that point is either right before or right after I pour the tequila shots with this massive, massive bottle of tequila.
So who do we
Those are
have
some
on
big
there?
shots too.
All right, so far,
Whoever's left.
okay. Right now, I just swapped out to have Blair on there.
Take
Okay,
one.
put Blair on there.
Lars is coming
Put
on.
me on
Why
there.
don't you take Susie off?
I'll put Susie in. Lars
Susie's
and
still
Lars.
there. You can put her on the list. She won't mind.
Doggett and O'Neill both already took shots.
No, they can stay on.
They can stay on.
They
Okay.
always get hit.
Right now, we've got you, Blair, Billy, O'Neill, Susie, and Doggett.
Who else is even here?
Akshay's here.
No, I didn't see him here.
Yeah, he's here, I think.
Oh, is he?
Melissa's here, but probably not for much longer.
She said she didn't want to drink. I'm sure she doesn't want
Oh, yeah, I don't blame her. It's tequila. It's horrible.
to. Oh, I love tequila.
So, and I don't have salt or lime, right? That's the other thing.
You're the worst.
Yeah,
You can't even make it any better.
yeah.
That's okay. Come on.
Are we just doing it as is then? You guys want to switch?
That
it
that
around?
looks like a fine group to me.
All right, we're spinning it.
We'll do another group with whoever's left. Mike snuck out of the building.
Oh, Susie.
Susie's first.
How come that didn't spin? Oh, delay.
That's a
It's the
delay.
Delay.
Spinner is hilarious, by the
I
way.
know the spinner is great.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Number 2 is Billy.
All right.
Spinner delay. It's not as exciting when you're watching it and they're announcing it.
Yeah.
And it's like all the suspense is gone. They're like,
That's true.
Oh, nobody.
Number 3's right in the middle. Hold on. Well, I gotta announce it so
Hi.
they can make their way in here.
Yeah.
Blair.
Blair.
I thought Blair's been drinking.
dude, give me the
Too
small
bad.
one.
You're on the spinner.
The small one, they're all.
I know, they're all.
I mean, I didn't fill any of them because I'm nice. I'm Mr. Nice Boss. I only fill your double shot glass
Oh,
2/3 of the way full of
that's what we
tequila.
call you when you're not around.
Yeah, Mr. Nice Boss. Somebody posted a picture on Twitch earlier, and I look like Mr. Merch because I have my hat and I have my shirt and I have all my Crowfall shot glasses lined up.
Everything
I know.
from forever.
Okay. Did you get one?
Tequila.
Who was fourth?
Who was the fourth?
I didn't know we were doing 4. Are we doing 4?
We got four.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll just do it.
That's,
Okay.
It's
I don't
gonna
care.
Be you. I'm gonna wait it to be you anyways. So.
Oh, well, crows out.
Crows out.
Crows out.
Crows out.
Crows out.
Crows out.
Beaks out, baby.
All right.
It's actually not that bad.
I don't remember the last time I did tequila.
The Java was real smoky, if I remember.
Alright, guys.
All right. So we have an hour left to go. Should we do it? Should we make some other people around here do another round? We can remove all the faces, put on new faces, and make other people drink if you like.
Your faces look like someone walked around and slapped each of you in the face.
I wonder whose fault that is, Gibson.
You look kind of stunned.
You know that
Why is it my
I
fault?
actually.
Oh, you
I
didn't
haven't
mean
had
the faces
anything
on
to
the
drink in
spinner?
over a month.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well, I
no!
said to put your
Really?
face up
No,
there.
that was great.
Oh,
That was
no.
great. It's all right.
Billy was drying out. We just ruined it.
It's his fault.
But not like.
Is that on the
for any
wagon or
other
off
reason
the
than
wagon?
I'm like, it didn't make sense to
You
go.
just didn't get around to
It
it.
didn't make sense to go home and like have a beer or two and then immediately have a pot of coffee.
Right, I'm kind of with you. I haven't had anything to drink in almost 24 hours.
How have you made it through the day?
I don't
You
know.
okay?
I guess
Well,
it's a
I've been on a
promise.
12-hour live stream. That's what's been slowing me down. So,
Nice. All right.
So
Well,
is Billy back on the wagon or
Nope.
does he fall off the
Oh,
wagon?
well.
who knows? That's the mystery of life.
Yes.
We'll find out. That's a good woohoo. All right, Susie, just go pick some people and tell them that we rolled them on the wheel. Go get 4 people and tell them you got rolled. You got to go in and take a shot.
You know, if they're watching, they won't believe you.
Quite a few people are online.
There's a 30-second delay, so
There
go.
is.
Go,
You
go,
want
go,
to
go.
Right now.
Slap their headphones off their head.
All right.
Nothing.
So, Mr. Blair,
Yes,
that
sir.
is your real name.
That is in fact my real name.
What have we not talked about today?
We haven't talked about guilds or secure trading.
Okay, that's a good point. So, secure trading, in theory, is now working on a programmer's machine, but I haven't actually seen it.
I've seen
So, have you?
it. I've seen it. It's magical.
Hey! You guys got rolled. So, sort of.
It was a lie.
What? I don't know what you mean by that. We don't lie here.
Alternative facts. Fake news. Fake news, real tequila. That should be our slogan.
Well, you have to take a shot with everyone too, Todd, right?
Yay!
Yeah, that's how it works.
As long as
Wait.
you're there.
Look
Oh,
at
she
how
got a
many
lot more than
tributes
4
we have.
people.
Hey, did you do the giveaway or is it?
You know what? We didn't do a
Oh,
giveaway.
no, we didn't do that.
They were too excited about
This
that.
is
You
their
got roll 2 on the
This
shot.
is our giveaway.
I know exactly what happened.
Don't know what.
Everybody needs
There's
to
a
smile.
30-second delay.
Okay.
backwards.
Go.
Todd's pouring ability.
Okay, so that one's bigger.
Todd.
That one's a little bit, that's, all right,
I'll do it.
cool.
You move the camera back, they're gonna see how janky our setup is.
That's fine.
Well, I'm not
okay.
gonna try to that far.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
All right, beaks out.
Remember in the D&D stream when you're using those little
Like the cameraman looks all,
Cheers. Is it just us?
Crow, no, this is you guys.
Crows out.
Crow's
Crow's
beaks
out.
out.
Beaks out.
Yay!
Beaks out for Harambe.
That was nice.
All right, there you go, not bad.
Yeah,
Thank
we heard
you,
you say just
thank
to
you.
pick people, by the way. Thank you.
Communal shot glasses.
Oh,
Good
man.
times.
Yay.
Yeah, it's not bad for tequila.
It's really not.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad for tequila.
Send us free stuff.
Who bought us this?
It was Rachel Greenwald, I think.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Software Sandbox?
Software Sandbox, yeah.
Thank you. Why, thank you.
That was a year ago.
Yeah, that tequila's expired, Todd.
Tequila never expires. And if you drink enough of it, you'll never expire.
Hey.
Yeah. That's why I still look 23, Max. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. You still got another 50 minutes of being the greatest employee ever. Don't fuck it
I'm
up.
soaking it in.
Don't ruin it.
Are we gonna do a giveaway real quick?
Yes, we should do a giveaway.
All right.
I'm ready when you are.
All right.
Let's phrase the pace.
The word of the hour is. Well, I gotta wait for Max to get to his desk now.
He said he was ready when you are.
Yeah, but he was just standing right there. I know he's lying.
I mean,
You know, I suspect that he just lets all the stuff scroll, and then at the end picks one of the last 4
He's
names.
like, it's that one.
That's
I have
what I
another
think.
video to show anyway, so he's got a little bit.
Show the video, and then we shall.
You can tell us the word, and then we show the video.
Fair enough. The word is tyranny. And for bonus points this time, you're only put into the raffle if you put the bang in front of it and spell it right. I'm not going to spell it for you.
Oh, it's
Uh-huh.
a spelling test.
Uh-huh. There you go. So this will be for a. Is this a backer or a bronze?
I believe bronze is what you have written
What's
down.
uh-huh?
Yep.
Yep, this is for a bronze. This is for a bronze bundle.
All right.
All right.
What is bronze now?
Play that funky guild video.
All right, you guys are back on.
I'm alchemying.
They have winters.
I'm an
coming up.
alchemist, Blair. Look at me.
I was
Increasing
thinking-
my alchemy skills as we speak. And making a mess. Did you play another one? Oh, no, that was it.
I meant to right click and it didn't, so you guys are fine.
Fair
You're
enough.
back on.
All right, so another round of drinks and a winner. Do we have a winner?
Give it a second.
Is that a winner?
Do we have a winner?
Esekier.
Oh, jeez.
Esecerre. What is S?
Didn't he get kicked out of the channel earlier or something?
Different guy.
Oh, okay.
Different guy. Hold on.
Wait, he's back again and he won?
Ceerre.
All right. Well, whatever. I think that should actually be a rule. Is if you guys can't pronounce the name to us in a way that we can spell it, it's going to have to go back into the pot.
Max and I said if it's a name that is unpronounceable or that we don't like, we just kill it.
Do it again.
Re-roll.
Yep.
Whatever.
All right. So, what did we not talk about? I asked you that, and then we started doing shots. So we watched the
Did you
video.
already
then we
forget?
did So we didn't talk about secure trading.
Correct.
So I've seen it on Ed's machine.
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about it. Does it work?
No.
No. Oh.
Not the way you envision it.
Spoiler
Right.
alert.
Complicated slashes, commands, and things like that.
Okay. So assuming I can get over the
Yes.
slash command,
Yes.
does it work the way you would expect based on decades of playing other games that all have basically copied the same design
Yes.
from UO?
That is true, and I'm happier that the back end now it's no longer Star Trek transporter items. They're actually I give you this pen,
Okay.
and you get this pen.
Can
you don't get a copy of this
Can
pen.
I
you get
crash my client in the middle and we both get the
Nope,
pen?
because it doesn't happen. Steve,
Really?
Yeah, Steve was on it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
All right.
anyone who's trying to dupe that way can. But we've already been trying to do it ourselves.
All right, cool. All right, so that means secure trading then is slowly wiggling its way through development.
Yep.
It kind of has this, I see it on that engineer's machine and I nod a little bit, but I know it's still not in the wild. And then eventually I'll see it on somebody else's machine like Raymond or Max. So I was like, hey, I recognize that. And then I know it's actually pretty close.
Yep.
And then I'll see it on my machine and then it goes out the door. That usually seems to be the pattern. So that means secure trading is coming soon. Guilds.
Guilds, I have not seen any of that.
No, I have heard that it is ready for me to come by and look at in the first step of that, which is on the engineer's machine. But I haven't actually seen it wiggling its way through. And we do need to create now an entire library of symbols for the Guild Crest creator.
Correct.
There's a ton of those.
Unless they bought the create your own kind of package.
Yes, but most people did not. Most people will use the Guild Creator, and just like Shadowbane, for those of you who played it, you know that we need a giant library of symbols that we can then mix and match with different patterns and stuff like that to create your own Guild Crest.
Yep.
So that will be coming very, very soon too. Well,
Thankfully.
not very, very soon. It'll be coming soon.
Well,
how's that?
Hopefully 5.3 is somewhat soon.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, that's 5.3 is there's a whole lot in there.
Which means that it probably won't be coming too soon, because inevitably the more stuff you push in. So 5.3 is when we have race class stuff coming.
Correct.
So we got to get all the campaign stuff stable and out to the players at large before we can move on to that.
Correct. Well, with the new live test setup, they may see it earlier than they have in the past in a state that is what you would expect on a test server.
That's true.
Right. So
That is true.
Once we have the previously we've been baking it at least somewhat,
Okay.
and then putting it out on the live service. Now with the test server, we can put it out a little underbaked, such that early people can get in and see it early. Right. Generally, the amount of people that play on the test server is very low.
Right.
Right. Just because things are unstable, frequent wipes, all kinds of things generally happen on your test server because you have to be that way. And
Yeah,
that's just-
well, eventually, right now the two things are a little flipped, which is weird, right? We propped the new build to live. That'll fix itself, though, with 5.3 also. That'll go to the test, and then from that point on, it will actually be in the normal cycle of live, test and then live.
then test them live.
So, okay, so other things that we have going on. We have Gamescom coming up around the corner.
They did ask you to talk about that.
So they are in luck because I'm about to. So we've got Travian has set up a group like a booth for us that's going to be really cool. We have half a dozen, 8, something like that, people that are going out. We have a whole bunch of fans that are coming out, some of whom are going to help us, some of whom are going to just hang out. Travian's going to be there. It's going to actually be a pretty cool showing for us. I mean, we don't do cons as a general rule.
Yep.
Like it's just, we've never thought that would be the best way for us to spend our limited resources. Travian has more resources than us, and they have more marketing reach. So they decided that this would be a good year for it, and I agree with them. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So.
Yeah, it's not just, I mean, it's time too, right? Because
Yeah, no, it's well, there's travel expense, right, obviously, but it's also just time.
you take 8 people from behind behind their desks for half a week, plus jet lag and all that other various things that come up.
Well, one of
And-
them is Max.
Well, yeah. So.
Oh, damn it! Oh!
You didn't even make it to
I
the
didn't even make it till the end of the
stream.
day.
One
And one of them
day.
is Max. You didn't let me finish, which means that we're actually going to have a great, very productive time at Gamescom. And back here, people will work even harder to impress him by the time he gets back.
That is not what you were thinking at all. I think the alcohol has loosened the controls there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, so speaking of which, I need another round of victims from the pit to come and take these shots that we poured. 'Cause
So
we
anyways-
we got another 42 minutes to fill before we can call this thing.
we have in the booth we will be having a demo.
Yep.
There will be a demo, and we have put together a cinematic for display on outside the booth, and I'm
Yeah.
sure we're going to show that here at one of our Thursday or Tuesday releases,
It'll be released at the same time. I would
so
think.
everyone gets to see it.
Now, I will say that, it's kind of like the last one. It's showing a combination of things people have seen and some new cool stuff that they haven't seen. I think it should be pretty cool.
Take me off there.
Yeah, that's fine. Who all do we want to be on here?
All right, John's in.
Oh, looks like
Okay,
we got Raymond and
volunteers.
Aaron.
I don't think she's here anymore.
Did Aislinn leave? Oh, okay. We're just gonna put everybody. You know what?
They're just
I
gonna
picked.
drink.
Here
You
you
picked
go.
A.
Hey,
We
I
rolled
did it.
them.
I buried them.
All right.
I'm just gonna spin this for.
Everybody
funsies,
got picked.
But everybody got picked. Everybody's
Is Max coming in?
There's Max.
Max.
Hell yeah.
I'll need to scoot that direction.
I'll stand. Okay.
You sit in my lap.
See, John didn't drink out of this one.
Yeah.
Aw, sit on his knee.
I'm not
It's
gonna
tequila. You almost did.
Yeah, you did. He
You
thought
almost
about it.
tripped and fell.
right into John's face. Crow's out.
Hold on. You're not even on
No,
camera.
you guys are good now. You're set.
We're good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a delay. Aaron's not up there.
There is a delay.
You don't have to wait for the delay. You don't have to wait for it to catch up. We can just do it.
All right.
All right.
Well, cheers.
Beaks
Cheers,
out.
boys.
Beaks out, boys.
Beaks out.
It is good.
It's not bad.
Good job. Proud of you guys.
You've all been drinking?
Hey, John Vinark 33 says we need more shot glasses. So you're gonna have to.
I got 4 more.
You're gonna have to get on that. Here,
All right.
you got 4 more here.
We got 4 more here. We can do 8 shots at a time.
All right, we're gonna do that
Maybe
sometime.
behind the camera
We've
guys
got
get in there.
40 minutes to go.
About 5 more minutes.
Alright, I'll go
You didn't
grab
get
it.
you didn't give Lars any alcohol, right? I don't know if he's 21.
What's that? That's what I asked. I asked that question beforehand.
He's 21.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Just wanted to make you nervous.
Maybe.
Your gumption there.
21.
You guys are gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just turned 21.
I know.
All right, what do we got?
40 minutes of shots.
Yeah, no.
4 shots for Lars.
4 shots for Lars.
Actually, Lars' mom is on the line. She's really mad.
Is she?
Yeah.
You know whose mom would be really mad? No. We're not gonna have that conversation online. We're gonna call that one right there. All right, we got 4 more shot glasses. Look at that. Ah.
They're
Those
pretty
are some
cool.
pretty sweet shot glasses. I'm gonna say.
All right, so what have we not talked about, Blair? What's left?
Let's see. What else are we building right now?
Now screw it. Just do some shots.
I think we've shown everything else that we've been
Have
building
we?
today. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about every engineer, what they're building. They're either building campaign world stuff,
Yep.
or they're building 5.3 stuff, or guild and secure trading.
It has been
So
4
Stephen,
solid hours.
well, okay, so we
And
could-
banking.
Yeah, we've got banking, so we haven't talked about that. I thought we'd have an update on it, but we could go ahead and talk about it now and then still do an update.
Sure.
Stephen's actually working on this now. So it's now hit that point where I've seen it working on an engineer's machine.
Right.
So now it'll then trickle out from there. I'll see it on your machine or Raymond's machine or something like that next. So you want to talk about the design specifically of banking for these first campaign worlds?
So there is a safe bank back in the beachhead,
Yep.
right? And then there's a series of local banks.
Yep.
Out of-
All in the world.
All out in
scattered.
the world, yep. And at those local banks, you can have up to 4 local banks. Was it active?
Basically, you can have 5 banks. The one back at the original, the first
beachhead?
one you log in is probably going to be one of them, though I don't know technically if it has to be one of them. So you can have 5 local banks active at any one time. If you want to free up one of them to use a different one, you just pull everything out of it, and then it automatically
Well, you
frees
can
it
also
up.
summon it to
So there's a tow truck service,
The
basically.
tow truck.
There's so
the
back
magic tow truck.
yeah,
is
back at the beachhead, just like you can summon your body if you die, you can summon items from those local banks back to you. It is a one-way transfer, and in theory, those items should take a DK hit on transfer.
So we know what local banks are. So let's define what local banks
Okay,
are for
sounds
everybody,
great.
right? So local bank is a bank that if I'm out at Fort A and I put stuff into Fort A's bank and I go over to Fort B, I can't see the stuff in Fort A's bank.
Yeah, much less withdraw it.
Much,
right?
yes. And if anything I put in over at Fort B lives at Fort B until I go get it from Fort B. So those banks can't see each other. However, I now have stuff in 2 of my banks.
Yep.
So there is a point where you can't access another local bank because you have stuff in those other banks, which is why we've given the magic tow truck to withdraw from those and basically dump all the contents of that bank wherever you're at.
Right. So the idea there is it's an ultimate fallback. I mean, and the idea of the beachhead in general is an ultimate fallback is what happens if your team has basically lost and been wiped off the map and you log in, right? So there, historically in games, if you get wiped off the map completely, you can't log in because you're like in strategy games like
Sure.
Risk. If you lose your last base, you don't keep playing with an expectation that you might be able to turn it around. You've just been kicked out of the game. So we may very well have campaigns like that as well, where it's elimination and people get kicked out. But for the purposes of these faction-based campaigns, we needed to deal with that ultimate fallback of my team is basically lost, but I can still log in. What happens? So the idea there was, okay, let's give them a fallback mechanic where they can at least pull the stuff out of their bank so they can try and go out and fight. They probably are not going to win. I mean, realistically speaking, unless it's very early in the campaign,
Right.
they're pretty much screwed. But at least they can get access to stuff to try and get back on their feet to go fight again, up until they're out of stuff, and then they're pretty much screwed. So that's the reason for the tow truck service. Now, we don't have to have that on all campaigns, right? We have the local bank mechanism now, and we can use just that on a number of campaigns
Sure.
and say, all right, well, sorry, there's no way to tow truck stuff back. That's definitely an option.
Yeah, the tow truck was a little odd, but we put it in just in case,
Yeah.
right? And if we find through play that it just doesn't work or it was the wrong idea, we can just go back to pure local banks.
Yeah, the biggest thing that we wanted out of this is on a given world, we wanted a banking solution that could not allow people to teleport shit around the world. Like that was the number
Right.
one rule is I didn't want people basically undercutting the caravan system by putting something in at Bank A, crossing the world, and then pulling it out at Bank B because that defeats the point of caravans.
Yeah, why have caravans if you can just teleport around the map?
Exactly. So we want movement of stuff around the world to be a thing. But at the same time, we were like, all right, there is one particular instance where we wouldn't mind people pulling stuff, but we also want them only pulling it back to to their basically ultimate fallback position, because then I can't use that as a teleport mechanic. So that's the basic thought.
Yeah, you're only going to go back to the beachhead generally to swap vessels.
Yeah.
After the campaign starts, right? The beachhead is where the only temple for your team is located, and right now we're requiring you to go back to a temple to swap vessels.
But you can respawn at the dragon statues. So
Correct.
respawn is no longer just at the temple. You can respawn out in the field, which means that taking a fort actually gives you another respawn location.
Correct.
Which is important from a tactical standpoint.
There goes Billy.
Oh, Billy's gone.
Night, Billy.
One less person for me to force to take a shot. That's probably good. Though.
Right before they get on the road.
You're right before he gets on the road after being dry for 6 weeks or whatever.
Good job. You're terrible.
Hooray!
You're the worst boss ever.
Yes, no, we'd have Uber, and of course, if somebody were drinking beyond like a single shot, then we would have to talk about that.
You should have resource costs for repairing damaged structures and upkeep costs without even being damaged in conjunction with the localized banking. Creates a logistical element. You can interrupt supply lines to given location. There's definitely going to be resource costs obviously for structures and repairing those things.
Well, we do have repair outside of the siege, right? So when I said earlier that I didn't know about repair, I wasn't talking about in between sieges. In between sieges, you absolutely need to reinvest in your defenses to get them back up.
Correct.
That's already a thing. The question that came up earlier was, do we allow people to repair literally in the middle of a siege? Do we have bucket brigade?
Which we don't.
And we don't right now. We certainly could add it. It raises the question of balance, really. That was my only concern.
Yeah.
Is the defender is already so they're basically already so overbalanced because they have a keep or a castle that they're
With
inside
ballista
of.
on the
With
walls.
ballista on the walls. I didn't want to add more things to try and give them more power. So that's it.
There was a, all right, there's a bunch of good questions. Any plans to bring back crafter names on the stuff they craft? I wonder if that got eaten in the tooltip update.
Oh, it probably did.
It probably
so
did.
yes, that's a
Yes.
mistake. Those should be there.
Any plans? Sorry. Does tow truck exclude the items raw resources?
So we did talk about the tow truck being for personal items, not for building materials. So that is definitely a possibility. Right now, I don't think it is.
I think it's
you can
everything.
just kind of drag anything, but we certainly could, and we've talked about that. So.
Will the dragon statue respawn point be replaced with something more thematic?
So we've already, in the game right now, the dragon statue is being used both as the claim mechanic and as the respawner, right? So that's not supposed to be the case. The claim mechanic is supposed to be the throne. And that should, I don't know if it's happened yet, but if it hasn't happened yet, it should happen this week, hopefully.
Yeah, it should
that
happen
they'll
this week.
move that over to the throne. The dragon statue itself is just a respawner. I mean, it could be anything. That was a very convenient, like, oh, look, I can clearly see that from a distance. So it pokes up over the walls and it looks nice. So that's why we used it. We don't have to. We certainly could change it to be something else. So.
Will I be able to be a confessor wielding a staff like in the artwork? In the artwork, he's wielding a brand. And we went with the book, and they will be able to wield focus objects here once art produces us some cool-looking focus objects as part of their equipment kit. We don't have a brand. Blair, are we going to have werewolves? I want werewolves and werebears more than anything. And
Really, more than anything?
anything.
More than anything.
Yes, more than anything. Let's just stop and just build those right now.
Just drop everything.
Well, actually, no. If I could have froglocks, that'd probably be even cooler. Or driders. But the wear stuff has always been cool. We've always wanted to do the wear stuff. I don't want to do kind of the low fidelity, you look like a NPC one. I want the cool kind of hybrid looking Greco looking thing. Yeah.
Greco looking thing?
Yeah, Greco's got cool art for it. Anyways.
So the good news is now with the discipline system coming as far as it has, we actually can support those in a really cool way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can transform into another creature. We can do a shapeshift. We can actually load you out with a new power bar if we want to. So there's a lot more.
It's not as simple as me doing I still need some tech to support it. So
But not a giant amount of tech. A little bit, right?
to add a whole new tray filled with preloaded out powers.
Okay.
I can't do that yet.
No, we could give them the tray though, and they could have the powers that they
Yeah.
can drag, and we could set those powers to only drag into that tray. It's a little bit annoying, but it would work. We don't have the polymorph, right? The actual change their shape.
Right.
So we need that. We need that tied to the hanging effect
And more
system.
importantly, it needs to return you back to your original stuff because with systems like this,
Yes.
it tends-
Yeah, you don't want to be.
you're
permanently
missing
low.
your hair. Your hair is just gone because hair is actually loaded out as a helmet.
Oh yeah, the Minotaur was missing his body earlier without this system. So sure, I buy that.
Todd, can you describe a cool scenario? Siege caravan ambush, group of stealthers ambushing another group. Epic political trend. I don't know what that word is. That you envision Crowfall. Like, can you close your eyes and imagine if you tell us what you see?
So I think that that's hitting at an overall like design philosophy here, and it's part of the problem why it's hard to envision is because we're really creating open systems as opposed to like pre-built scenarios. So we're not trying to engineer a zone where the zone has a king and the king respawns every now and then and you have to go on a series of quests and
Sure.
you know that kind of pre-canned experience. That's not what we're building, right? We're building open systems where the interesting thing that happened today is something that these 4 players cooked up, that they knew our caravan was going to be going from here to here at this time because they figured it out somehow, and they managed to actually lay in wait for us and do something, right? Like it's all open systems layered on top of each other so that you guys effectively are the agents in this world. Like you have real agency. And that is such a powerful but bizarre concept from an MMO standpoint, because over the last 20 years, we've gone in the opposite direction, right? We've gone further and further away from the idea of player agency. So I think that getting that back is going to be very, very powerful.
Well,
the Shadowbane guys know this already. That's what's funny, is they remember it, and they've been looking for it now for a decade or two, and they haven't been able to find it. So that's why they get in these conversations where people are like, no, but I want to do this. They're like, no, you don't understand. It's all on us. It's completely open. We control the fate of this world, and that's just a fundamental shift. It's a different way of thinking.
Yeah, everyone's been used to the on the rails experience, and here's the dinosaurs, and then here's
now we go to fight the giant monkeys, and now the frog locks.
And well, it's even more like if you imagine a Disneyland theme park ride.
Yeah.
Right. You're riding by and you see the dinosaur exhibit, and then you see the future world, and then you see some robots and things like that, and it's all been pre-laid out. If we were to parallel that, we would just put dinosaurs in the zone and robots in the zone, and you can make your own exhibit, or you could get eaten by the dinosaurs, or you could train the dinosaurs on the other players, or you could train the robots and the dinosaurs together, and they just eat each other and create all kinds. I mean, we're putting those elements out there, and the players, it's up to them to come up with those things.
Right, and so it's from a design standpoint, it's interesting because it means that you and I have to just try and think of defensive design. Like, all right, well, we're going to let them go crazy with this. So how do we handle the edge cases that we know about? And how do we set ourselves in a position where we can quickly adapt to the edge cases we don't think of? Because we can't. We can't outthink our hive mind of players. We're just not going to. So instead, you notice a lot of times we don't make these claims of, well, it's definitely going to go down like this. Instead, we're like, well, we think it'll be like this. But if it's not, we'll adjust. But if it's not, we'll adjust. You notice we say that all the time, and then we'll see how that turns out. And if it sucks, we'll adjust. And it's a training for us and for you guys to get into this mindset that we're not going to be perfect. Stop expecting us to have the right answer in all the scenarios. We're not. But if we have time and we have energy, then we'll figure out, we'll find it, we'll have fun finding it, and then we'll adjust and we'll move on. It's a process, right?
And I think the fun in there is the things you didn't expect.
Right.
The emergent behaviors that came out of it. Now, I've also seen the design circles argue that you can't provide fun that way because you can't guarantee what's going to happen.
Well, the second part of that is certainly true, right? So that does mean you can't guarantee fun on a moment-by-moment basis the same way WoW can guarantee fun. But I would argue at this point in our evolution of player expectations that they are having trouble guaranteeing fun on a moment-by-moment basis too, because millions of people have now pattern matched that experience to the point where the wrapping very quickly wears off, right? So, okay, it's a new zone and it's frog locks instead of robots, but how long does it take me to realize that I'm playing the same damn game that I've already played for 1,000 hours?
Yes.
So I mean, that's obviously debatable, and clearly they've built a great business doing it, but that business already exists, so we're going to try and do something else. Kind of, we can't compete with that anyway, so it's not worth going after.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting to compare the different methodologies.
So you are so far back in the buffer, by the way.
Yeah, I know, because I don't want to lose all these questions, because it was like, okay, we've got Froglocks with kittens, all right. Froglocks confirmed, new race bear form, yep.
Here, tell you what, we've now got another, it's 7:36. I feel like Spider-Man in the last movie. How long has it been, Karen? 37 minutes. Okay, so why don't I pour another round of shots to make the people come in and drink while you catch up on the questions?
Sure. Guys, what will you do?
Everyone.
All of them. We have 8 shot glasses now. I'm like the worst shot pourer as well.
Can you share any information on mount mechanics, taming, summoning speed? Nope. None of those things are
I'm gonna lock the doors.
are nearby.
Can you pour like half shots just to make it dry?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Fair enough.
Those are actually half shot glasses right there. So
I think these
Well,
are
like half
doubles.
of those would be not,
yeah, those are pretty good shots. Those are actually double shots.
I think they are.
If I spend
Alchemical.
If I spend $200 on my guild's EK and they kick me, can I just go and get everything back? Everything in the EK is flagged to the owner.
To the owner of the building. So it mails it to you. Well, it doesn't right now. It will.
Yes.
Right now, you can't build in other people's worlds, and the reason for that is because we don't have a mechanism to mail it to you.
Did you wheel yourself in here?
He wheeled himself all the way in.
Where you going? You gotta do a shot too.
I already did one.
No, you gotta finish off.
Yes, sir.
Da-ba-da-ba-da.
He's also been here since like 8 a.m.
I'm gonna squeeze behind both of them.
It's a good thing there's not video evidence.
I know, right?
Oh no, don't squish the compressor.
Everybody get as close together as uncomfortably close. You're right on the edge, Aaron, so you're good.
Stand in front of me.
You're the barrier.
I can stand back.
All right. So actually, that's a really good point. Is if anybody is drinking and then going to drive, if you feel this at all, talk to me after this, and we'll get other arrangements for you.
We already ordered an Uber.
There you go. All right.
Limo Uber.
I want that tiny one.
Whatever the
Give me the
smallest
short
one is.
one. That's the biggest one over there.
Oh yes.
No, Jack, you're taking
No,
this
I
one.
really did. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Sam.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, for
Where's
the
your
both
drink,
mine.
Todd?
I
Hey,
didn't
Crow's
get
out.
All right, Todd. Wait, hold on. Todd's doing this one.
Are you gonna chug
Hands right
it?
next to you.
so long, you guys. It's such a long day.
All right. There you go. We've got all of them. All of them are in flight, my friend.
I have to make more. It looks like.
All right. Crow's
Cheers.
out.
Crow's out. Crowfall.
Good job,
Clink,
friends.
clink, 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 clink.
Clink,
Good enough.
clink.
We're Milagro.
We do love Starbucks.
Oh my god, that's
though.
disgusting.
Starbucks great value.
All right.
Why did you do that to me?
Because it was fun.
I was doing so good. Until Raymond was like,
We have 20
"I'll do
minutes
what
left."
Jack does. We have 20 minutes left, and then we're doing your feet at 8, right?
We have one more giveaway we will do between now and 8. I think it's probably enough drinking for
What
today.
happens when? What happens to chest items when someone takes over your fort? What do we decide on that one, Todd?
The items are still there, but you have to get in there to get them.
Okay, but they can't take them.
You could go. No, they can't take them. You can go back to the tow truck and get them out that way.
Right. That was yet another reason for the beachhead tow
Yeah.
truck.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. What do we got?
Special events. Will we hold special events? Probably. I mean, with Shadowbane, I had a whole event team. Like, I had a group of people who were hired. Can you move the camera in a little closer to us? We're so far away now.
So far away. I just want to be close to you.
So I had a whole team that did nothing but events. And it was actually pretty cool. As part of an exit survey, we asked people if they'd interacted with our event team. And actually 50% of our players actually said that they had, which was really cool, except that it was on an exit survey, which made me wonder if it was worth it. It was really cool, and I really enjoyed it. And if we had, like, once we're shipped, if we have excess funds, I would love to look at doing it, but it doesn't make any sense to do right now. Right? We got too much core stuff we need to get done between now and then. So.
I spotted a plentiful harvest node in the race tree the other day. What's up with the harvesting skills? Yeah, some of that stuff is in the race trees. Races, in some cases, are better at doing things than the other guys.
So I was surprised by that, actually. Somebody brought that up on Dev Partners, and I was
Yeah.
like, wait, what? So explain to me the thinking there.
That Stoneborn are better at finding gold than, say, humans.
Okay.
Right? They can get a +1 to their plentiful harvest on gold.
Okay, so it's not a giant change. It's just a nice kind of add, right? To make them feel a little more
Yeah,
thematic.
they're good out of one of 5 of the ore types.
Okay.
That's not.
Can you make it up other ways? Can you get that +1 through other means?
Yes, it's a caps at 5. You can do it in the harvesting trees.
Okay, so it's a nice bonus, but it's not basically forcing everyone who wants to harvest gold must now be a stone.
Sure.
Okay.
That was the goal. Was
I'm cool with that.
Was to make it so that at least thematically they had some things that made them feel thematically.
Yeah.
Right. Rather than again, our design has never been to make everything homogeneous and make everyone the same.
See you guys. Be careful.
You guys are gonna cash out 15 minutes before the stream's over?
Yeah, I know. What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that,
It's kind of
Audrey?
weird.
I'll wait 15 minutes.
All right.
I'll hang on.
Crowfall music sound design when?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, we have Gibson putting in sound for powers when appropriate.
Right, and we'll make a full pass, I'm sure, over those. Music as well, right? Music, we just kind of got some initial tracks and shoved them in. I actually have a number of additional tracks that have come in from Nelson that we haven't put in yet, so I need to sit down with John and do it, but I just haven't had a chance since I got back.
And then most certainly the UI needs a desperate pass on sounds for like opening.
That is true.
Right? Going in and out of alt mode, dragging objects, equipping objects, clicking on things, little beeps and boops everywhere.
Beeps and boops, Max.
I like that skill training noise.
It's very satisfying.
You want it to be louder though, right?
Yeah, a little louder I think would be better.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes I don't know when the skill's done.
Yeah.
I'll be like away, like.
It sounds like a train or something, doesn't it? Pulling in the station.
Is that the like the loud like?
I think Susie found a free sound on the.
Yeah, literally, I think that's what it is.
Well, Susie picked a bad one. Let me say that. Ooh, a little bit of Susie hate. Didn't see that coming.
Vessels ready to be crafted and equipped in 5.3.
No. They love Susie, by the way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're totally team Susie.
Really?
I don't know what they're asking.
If they had to choose between Susie and Lars, which way do you think it would go?
Ooh.
Lars.
No, I think they're intrigued by Lars, but I think they love Susie more.
Yeah.
I think Lars is a little too mysterious for them to make that call.
Is it because Susie answered a bunch of questions she wasn't supposed to answer?
I think it's because she asked Blair a bunch of questions he didn't want to be asked.
There could always be that.
They're saying team tooltips.
Oh, somebody said I want a shot glass. So these shot glasses were made by John O'Neill's wife. She actually made that, so they won't be in the store anytime soon.
Unless she's going to start cranking them out.
She doesn't have a license to do it. I
You
don't
need a
think
license
she's
to
our
make shot glass?
you have anything that uses the Crowfall thing, you really should call us. I mean, that's kind. I mean, come on, at least talk to us.
Well, I
right?
thought she was at least going to do it on. I was just saying that, like.
We will sue John's wife.
Yeah, I'm going after John's wife. This shit will not stand, my friend.
Big bugs.
No. She has my tentative permission.
Thank you so much.
Just not
provisional permission.
Just not to mass produce and sell.
Yeah, exactly.
So when do you think 5.3 will be out? Month or two or more? We really have to get 5.2 in a nice polished place.
Yeah.
Before we move 5.3 forward. Also, it buys the animators time to continue to get more race class combos available to play. Because
that's true.
The sooner we bring it out, the less of those there's going to be. Even when we bring it out, it's not going to be 100% of all the ones that we have slated for playability.
Right.
There's going to be some that are stuck at coming soon, just because it's not instantaneous.
Well, we knew going into the race class thing that animation was going to be the long leg. Like that was the whole trick, was can we get this animations done for this? Oh, what are they laughing about?
Tell his wife please shut down our Etsy.
But that doesn't mean that we can't put 5.3 out without. We're not going to wait on all those things.
No, we can't. I don't want to wait on all of them. But if we end up spending more time on 5.2 polish and a little longer on 5.3, that's not a terrible thing, because it just means more of those racing class combos will come online.
Yeah.
So
we've got them already earmarked in data. They'll just be flagged as coming soon. You just may not be able to actually jump into that race class combo.
Right.
Does Half Giant have a better chance of dying against humans that go by the username of Jack?
I told them that's hard-coded into the system. It's absolutely true.
Interesting. That's a good theory. You sounded like Max for a second there.
Just a second?
Just for a second there.
Did you
And
hear
for
that?
the next 14 minutes, that's a great thing.
What did I missed?
Yes. Someone asked if giants
All right.
have a better chance of being killed.
Will these cool features that are race-locked, class-locked be hidden?
Hard-coded into the system.
Or are they going to be easy to figure out?
Yeah.
Sounded like Max or something
So,
for the next
yeah, the game is pretty inscrutable right now, is what they're getting at there, right? Which is there's a lot of things that are internally consistent. Hey, quiet come on, guys, for fuck's sake.
talk over here.
Yeah, shut up. So, quiet in the peanut gallery, please. We're talking important design business over here. Maybe all non-designers should leave the room. What do you think? What do you think about that?
the chat's just gonna go absolutely crazy.
Yeah, because it's be chaos without you here, Jack. I don't know how we ever held it together before you got here. You're holding back the floodgates, the barbarians at the gates, and it would be terrible if Jack wasn't here taking care of it. All right. You're headed
Anyways.
down that max path, I'm telling you. Okay, so what were you saying, Blair?
Everything is inscrutable.
Yes, it is true. The game is there are a lot of things in our design that are internally consistent, but to an external person coming, say, from WoW, they're going to be like, what is that? That makes
Sure.
no sense to me at all. So we're going to have to fix a lot of that, right? And some of that's UI. Some of that is we've got to get in some kind of tutorial or tutorial tip system. Some of that is I don't even know what. We're going to have to figure it out because like the whole concept of vessels, it doesn't make a lot of sense to people unless they have a particular combination of having followed us for 2 years and read the Eternal Champion series by Michael Moorcock, and they're big fans of necromancy.
Or they
Those kind
played
of-
Eve.
Well, that's true, but it's kind of a jump. It's a mental leap to, oh, this is kind of like my ship that I'm flying around, right? And it's just a weird emotional break as well. So anyway, we know that is an issue. Yeah, I think that training people and teaching people what game we've made is going to be the biggest final hop between here and release.
Yeah.
That
and
would
the
be
nice
my
thing about
statement.
the vessels and the necromancy stuff is it is advanced gameplay.
Yep, that's true.
I don't expect anywhere on day one for people to jump in and be making blue and green quality vessels right out of the box.
No, I think it will. My hope is to actually make it, even from a UI standpoint, be something that you have to choose to dig into, or it's hidden from you. It's not hidden in like we're purposely trying to obscure it. It's hidden in that you have to really go looking for it to really figure out the mastery of the system. At the baseline level, I pick a character and I go in and I play. Right.
Yeah, you just go to the temple and we give you a white vessel.
And we give you a vessel and you start playing, and that's your character.
Yep.
So.
Okay. What else we got?
Go all the way down. Those guys are laughing about something that makes me nervous. They're untrustworthy.
So the Legionnaire won't be in 5.3. Does that mean you might have the cleric? No, the Legionnaire's already been deleted in 5.3. There is no way to actually play a Legionnaire in 5.3. It's cleric.
If I need to ride home, it won't be from Max. I don't trust that guy.
What, you gonna ride
He's
on his
untrustworthy.
motorcycle?
Yeah, on his motor.
Look at that.
All right.
I'd give you
There's
a ride.
nothing really funny down here. I don't know what they were laughing at.
It says more messages below.
Yeah, I scrolled there.
Oh, that's it. There's really not
We're
any.
at the bottom. There's
All right.
nothing very
All
funny.
right. So how are we doing on time? We got 10 minutes left to go.
Mass production when? That is definitely when we get into phase 2 of crafting, which will probably be what I'm guessing is 5.4 or 5.5.
Yeah, it'll be towards the end, really. And the sad thing is, so it does cause some heartburn, right? Because we build our design tables out like, okay, and eventually this gap in the numbers will be covered by this system. And when that system's not online, it means there's a giant gap in the numbers. So that causes some pain, but I mean, the only other option is to build out the entire table or all the tables. How many tables do you have now?
For all the design tables?
All the design tables.
Oh, there's 70, like just
Yeah.
the different table, like
There's
easily
tables
70.
and tables and tables, right?
Right, and some of those, like the chess table has like 10,000 rows in it.
Right,
Of-
exactly. So if you decided, well, I don't want the game to feel weird in the meantime, you'd have to build those tables only to trash them and build them again. So that
Correct.
doesn't seem like a good idea.
Even worse
either.
is from your perspective, we would be making giant changes that if you don't follow us, it'd be like giant nerfs. And
Right.
what are they doing? It's just like, no, we just never intended it to be that way.
Right.
But of course,
And it already feels that way, right? And that's with us trying to make it not feel that way. So that's what's weird about developing in front of a crowd that's actually trying to play the game
Right.
as you're developing. It's a very, very different and bizarre experience. So
yeah, we have these giant potholes and we just assume in many cases that everyone knows what's supposed to go there.
right, it's like, all right, here's a giant pothole, so just steer around that. So
And yet I'm sure they just boop, boop.
well, yeah, and it sucks. And so the response is, you guys, what the hell? This totally sucks. And it's like, yeah, no, we know.
We know.
We know. It's just a thing. We haven't gotten to it yet.
Yep.
So
All right. If I get an early access package, can I play now? Yes, there's
You can. So there's actually 2 universes up right now, right? Eventually they will be designated for reals as live and test. Right now they're not.
Yep.
But there's one that is for really the earliest high dollar backers, and it's a very small number right now as we test it to get through the initial road bumps that everyone would otherwise hit and be mad about. And that process is actually coming to a closure pretty soon here. I'm hoping that within the next week or so, like we'll start to let a much bigger group in, and it'll turn from a system test into an actual play test. The other one's been going for a while, and it's up right now, and you can log in right now. You can boot your EK, and I'm hoping that within the next, say, couple months, it'll just be 24/7 in general, right? So there's always right now a lobby and EKs up. But I'm hoping it'll be lobby, EKs, and campaigns up all the time, and we'll see. We'll see where it falls. But
great.
Why all the damage types? Too many damage types. Why all the damage types? Are there that many compared to other games?
If you just are slashing, crushing, and piercing instead of melee. Maybe, but all games have fire, ice, and electric.
Poison.
Shadow, disease, right?
I don't know that it is that many compared to other games.
No, I mean, like, if you were to compare us to any other MMO.
I'm even trying to, I'm comparing it to Wizard 101, and Wizard 101 had, 8 or 10, or it had a pretty good number of damage types as well. So I don't actually know that there, I mean, it's a big list. I'm not saying it's on the light side. But is it overwhelming compared to other games? I don't know that that's actually true.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So,
yeah.
And the reason there is because deeper systems like that with more branches gives you more variety and more variation. That's the reason for it.
Yeah, in fact, I can't think of a game that has a damage type, because most of them even have something just as simple as fire. Yeah. Right? Or fire and ice and electric.
Yeah, well, those 3 are the fire, ice, electric, poison are the canonical original Diablo. Diablo 1 had those.
Sure.
Right? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, then having unholy damage and holy damage, that's pretty common. That's D&D has that, right? Mm-hmm. That's a fairly common thing. I think D&D also has thunder or sonic and light. So I don't know. That's a great question. I'm not sure where we fall on the spectrum. If you had to map number of variable damage types to game, my guess is you're probably right. We probably are heavy on the heavy side, but I don't think we're at the end of the spectrum. I don't know.
I don't even know that we're heavy. I think we're probably at the buy-in table.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, really, when you think about it, it's just that a lot of the other ones on the defensive side, they group them under elemental or magical or physical. You can get protection against piercing, right? Or bleed.
That's an excellent question then. Hey, Blair, would we consider creating groups where you can get armor that may not be as good against fire, but it's good against elemental?
We actually already have those categories.
Why, we do?
Why, yes, we do. And you will start to realize that with the new character sheet.
Oh yeah, that's true. That'll help a lot.
Right.
I think part of this is actually understanding what the hell is going on in our system, and hopefully the character sheet, once it comes out with its nice charts and UI, will start to make that more apparent.
If you were to look at a piece of equipment right now, there's all those symbols on there, and you can't tooltip those symbols, and you may not have any idea what they are. So it may seem heavy. Once we actually have the sheet we demoed today, and there's a tooltip on each of the types, I don't think it's going to seem heavy at all.
Cool.
Yeah, look at all those D&D types. That is more than we have.
Are we going to add to the soundtrack? Yeah, I already covered that, but we are. In fact, well, it's not just one song, but it is a very small number right now. And I'm sitting on, I think, 4 new tracks from Nelson that he's waiting on me to give him feedback. And I just haven't had time since I got back from Ireland. So I think, did I send those to you?
I have not heard them yet.
We've got one new one in the trailer that's coming out.
I sent, I think, a couple to Gibson to take a listen to. Just one? Okay, well, I've got a few more.
Okay.
So, anyway, yeah, soundtrack. We'll get to it. It's a thing. It's just, you guys, you got to remember that our days when I walk in are like, I can think about the soundtrack, which I know we need to get to eventually, or I can think about how are we going to get the test environment set up, or how are we going to handle race class, or there's only so much time.
Yep.
So we have to triage this stuff and take it in priority order. And so when somebody comes in with a question about music to me, yeah, I know it's super important, but it's not as super important.
It gets added over time.
It does, and we'll get there. And by the end, as the other stuff clears out, then we'll have more time to think about that. And I do want to make it great. I feel very strongly about my last couple games, like Wizard and Pirate, both. I thought the music turned out great, and it's the same composer. I think we'll get there. Just we're not there yet.
So far is
Yeah,
excellent.
we're just not there yet. So.
Okay. Buy the Shadowbane soundtrack pack.
Oh, the Shadowbane soundtrack is one of the ones. There's a couple songs from every game that I've ever done that are burned into for every game. There's like 2 or 3 tracks that are burned into my brain so badly that it's like scar tissue because I've heard them for so many repeats.
I think you
right?
gave me a track from
Nice.
the Shadowbane documentary.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It probably plays over that.
Yeah, the Shadowbane. I've got the Shadowbane one. Wizard definitely has one.
Can you explain the origin of the infamous take bug? We don't talk about the take bug anymore. Yeah, that one was really easy. Once we figured it out, it was a global variable. Using a global variable rather than a local variable.
Oh, you remember the trees don't respawn bug? All of a sudden trees are, that turned out also to be similar, which was if anyone in the world was chopping a tree.
Yep. It
while
reset a
one
timer.
it reset the timer for all the trees.
Yep.
So that problem got worse and worse the more players got in. I think the take bug was similar. It was the same kind of thing.
Which is
Anybody
why
else,
we couldn't reproduce it locally because locally,
internally we only have 10 people playing. It seems fine.
even that on your own machine, it was only
Oh, right.
you.
And if you're playing on your own machine, there's one player.
Yeah, the trigger for the take bug was anybody on the world hit the abort button. And that basically meant that it was aborted for everybody the next time they hit the thing. It was just a global variable instead of a local variable. That's what you got to watch for. And it is 8 o'clock.
Oh,
7:59.
yep, 1 minute. All right, so what do we got left, Mr. Blair? Anything else? We were supposed to do one final giveaway, weren't we?
Yeah, you have one on the list.
All right, we're going to do that final giveaway. It's going to go after 8. You can leave if you want to.
Yep,
You're
I got to
about
get out
dead.
here.
So, another shot. We'll make Gibson do a shot. No, we don't need to do another shot, but we will do the final giveaway. Is Max still here, and is he ready? Ultimate test of Max.
Let's
He
see.
said he's always ready. As far as I know, he is still here. It says he's online. Hey,
No, we got one more giveaway. We have the final giveaway.
That's why I'm here. That's, come on, Todd.
Nice. Okay, well, let's talk about the creative word that you picked for our last giveaway.
I don't remember. Oh, was it Crowfall?
Yeah, it was Crowfall.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, I was writing all of them out, and then I was like, I don't know. I guess Crowfall.
No, it's excellent. You brung it home, Max.
That's why I'm.
So they're gonna start entering pound Crowfall
That's not
real
gonna
quick.
do anything yet. We're
So
gonna-
you
Yeah, don't enter it
you
yet.
gotta give
don't
me
enter it yet.
Give me 20 seconds.
Give Max 20 seconds. They're all already doing it.
You gotta
Max,
do it
run.
again.
I think it's fine. I just wanted him to run down the hall. Okay, no, it's not. It's not. Well, actually, it's
also,
30-second
it
difference.
is
So.
exclamation point, not pound.
Oh, that's true. That's an excellent point. How come nobody told me that all day?
Well, you said it a couple of times. I'm just
Yes,
stressing it
it's
this time.
exclamation point Crowfall. That is the thing. And this is a gold package. Final package of the day.
They can do it now.
And you can do it now, which means you can do it 30 seconds ago.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
So, fair enough. And it's not like they hadn't started. They're all
Right.
doing it. Crowfall,
Max-
Crowfall, Crowfall.
Max said it in the
This will be the last giveaway. So, hey guys, I want to thank you all for coming by in the meantime while we do this. Today we decided to do a low-key sales day. We thought about selling some bundles on sale and stuff like that. We didn't want to do it. We feel bad about always just asking you guys for money. So we thought today would be better to just take it low-key and just kind of show you what's going on with the project and hang out. So anyway, thanks for coming by. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Next time we'll get back to more salesy kind of stuff. If you do want a backer package, you can grab one. They are still going to be on sale till midnight Central for $49 instead of $69. Most of you probably already have one though, so I kind of know that that's not a big thing, right? So you wouldn't be here hanging out with us for 12 hours and be like, you know, they've changed my mind. I'm going to buy a package
We
today.
actually did have one guy who won one of the backer packages who did not have an account.
Okay, fair enough.
So
There's
we
good.
actually
Okay,
did
so we had
put
one.
in that
So we had
way,
one.
at least.
But it was free.
All right.
Good.
And so it looks like we have a winner. Who won it?
I don't know. It's going too fast.
That's
Winner
Sliff.
is that Sliff.
That's Sliff. All right, that's Sliff. Congratulations on the package. For those of you that are already in, I will see you in the campaign build very shortly. We're going to try and knock out those couple bugs that are horrible. I want to give a special shout out apology to Cool Waters again because he got screwed by far the worst over the weekend. And for the rest of you, we have the build coming. As soon as we can get these couple things out of it, it'll be in your hands. And this is a very exciting time for us. We're moving into campaign world, so that's pretty damn cool. The game's starting to come together. Thank you for your patience, as always. Thank you for your support, and we will see you in the game. Anything else, Max, that I'm forgetting?
Nope, I think you got it.
All right.
The what?
Shot?
Shot?
How much do we have left?
Of the
Not
tequila?
much. You better get it.
Just enough for you.
Just enough. That's one shot.
Should I
right
get it?
there.
Everybody who's left? See if anyone shot?
No, just you.
You want me to do?
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that?
Let's toast the day that I was nothing but cool to Max.
I'll toast to that. I
the
will
one
toast
day.
to that.
The one day.
I soaked it all
Wait,
in.
are you
man.
driving a motorcycle home too?
No.
That was
drove
bullshit.
I drove the car.
Okay. All right, just double checking.
Thanks, Dad. Are you not gonna drink? Okay, maybe you've had enough, I guess. All right.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Dad.
We're just looking out for you.
All right, that's it. Max is done drinking, so I think we're all done.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Gibson.
Good time.
It was more than one shot. Oh God, they're mad now.
Well, you're still streaming.
I'm still streaming.
Are we still streaming?
Yeah, we're still streaming.
All right, come on.
All right, go ahead.
To the best part, which was the environment team.
I gotta
Yeah,
wait.
we're gonna drink to the environment
Stop
team.
talking, so.
Is that everybody?
Max, are you in again?
Oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah, make it small.
We're doing reasonable shots this time.
Making a big boy.
All right, I'll do one more.
Let us really twist your arm.
I'm getting better at pouring. Do you see that? I could be bartender.
The more you drink, the better you get at pouring.
All right. I do own a bar. So.
That's true. Which we all need to go to.
I'm not a bartender though. I'm not allowed behind the bar.
All right, to the best
No,
damn
no, no.
team.
All right.
don't care.
The
Here you go.
best damn team in round.
Beaks out.
Beaks
out.
Fellas,
Beaks out.
beaks out.
Go. Nobody? No?
Second delay.
That's delicious.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I
Mm,
thought you loved tequila.
is it though? No, I've never said I love tequila. That is not true. So, all right, thank you guys. You guys are the best. Oh, I shouldn't point at the screen. You guys are the best. We will see you in game, and we'll see you for the next live
We
stream.
might see games coming.
And you guys are good too.
I was gonna say,
No, our customers are
I
the
like
best.
sitting
Wait,
You're
behind
all
the
right.
camera 'cause I feel like you're pointing at me.
Yeah.
Max sucks now, right?
Oh yeah, Max is the
It's
worst.
Yeah, he's the
He's
fucking
the
worst.
worst. It's 8:05.
Worst.
He's been the worst for like 5 minutes. The worst.
4 minutes, actually. 5 minutes.
Fair enough. Bye bye. Crowfall hat.
Great stream. Wait for the wave.